What's happening, beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike and welcome back to another team review. And if you're new to the series, and it's all about giving you the ins, the outs, and breaking down some of the top squads in FIFA 14. And in today's EP, we've got Liverpool live and in demand. And before I begin, if you guys have any Ultimate Team coins, check out FIFACoinstoday.com. The links will be in the description. And make sure to use the code MICHS09, MICHS09, in order to get an additional 10% off on every single purchase. And if we could smash 150 to 200 likes on this video, that would be outstanding. The support of my videos lately has been incredible. My channel's been growing, and I really appreciate everything. I want to address that. You guys are awesome. And make sure to drop a comment below and let me know which squad would you like to see in the future, the next episode, because I did all the top tier squads. I'm going to be bouncing around a lot more at this point, so I need suggestions. And as for custom tactics, nothing out of the ordinary. I like to have the defense very non-aggressive, very passive with Liverpool, because if there's one area on Liverpool's starting 11 that I think is a little bit suspect, the defense can be out of position. And players like Jose Enrique, Glenn Johnson, they push way too far up the pitch, and that's why I'm trying to keep them a little bit more defensive. And the first formation we're looking at is the 4-3-3 and the attacking setup, or the attacking variation. I really like this formation, and it definitely has pros and cons with Liverpool. It's something I noticed. I think that it's great for the counter. However, unfortunately, with some of the counter-attacking players, things can get a little bit predictable, but I'll touch on that in just a moment. Let's start with the defense. We have Sako, Torre, Glenn Johnson, and Jose Enrique, and that was a pretty solid back four. Unfortunately, I did think that the center backs didn't work together at times, and the counter is always going to be a little bit open, because even with the defensive custom tactics, sometimes Glenn or sometimes Jose will get a little bit out of position and push way too far off the pitch. But overall, not a bad experience. I did concede more goals than I would have liked, but I had a couple thrillers, like games that are just back and forth, and they're very high scoring, and that kind of threw off the whole goal tally. Giving up 15 goals in 10 games isn't great. It's not horrible, but it's not outstanding, and I take a lot of pride in being able to shut people down. So for my personal standards and personal being able to brag about the defense and really preach about it, wasn't that great on the numbers. And then as for the midfielders, we've got Gerrard, who used Henderson, and of course Coutinho. And then up front, and this is what the problem I found with the 4-3-3, you have Sterling, who is very fast. He can facilitate, but he can't score. And that ended up being a bit of an issue. And then you have on the other side, you have Sturridge, who can score. He is also fast. He's strong. He's got a shot, but he only has 1 foot. And when you're playing against good opponents, they know you need to cut inside to score goals, and it can make you a little bit more predictable than I would have liked. However, Luis in the middle, he was money. He did his thing. He's been one of the best performing players in the BPL this season, whether you love him or you hate him. He's been a big reason that Liverpool's been successful, as much as I hate to admit it. And the second formation is the bread and butter, the 4-1-2-1-2. And I think this is the best formation you can use with Liverpool, hands down. They just have the correct personnel at every single position to really help you win games and make this successful. You have some true wingers, and it looks good. It looks good on paper. It plays well. They look like a full team. Positioning was great. The supporting runs, everything was on point. And as for the defense, nothing changes. And now we are going to bring Lucas in, because I want a more defensive-orientated CDM that can just sit on top and kind of chase back. And I think it's really important in the 4-1-2-1-2 to use a CDM that's either very fast, you can go back and forth with, someone like Ramirez, who doesn't have great work rates, or you need to get someone like Lucas or Mikel, or somebody that can just sit right on top of your defense, and it allows you to take more risk going forward, especially with true attacking players that you have with Liverpool, like Sterling, who's not going to play defense, like Coutinho, who's not going to play defense, and he has a great shot. If you cut inside with Coutinho, he's a little slippery bastard, man. He's going to score some goals, and I really enjoyed using him. And it's one of those players that I've always been iffy on each year, on if I really like him, I don't like him, is he worth it, is he too small? And I thought that he played really well with my experience with Liverpool in FIFA 14. And then we just use Gerrard as a center attacking midfielder. And I know he's not the fastest, but his positioning is great. He's got a dope long shot. I think I scored 7 or 8 goals with him. And he always came up in the clutch. If there is a clutch trade, it has to go to Steven Gerrard. And then the partnership between Luis and Sturridge is going to equal up to a lot of goals. They each scored 11. I put up 33 goals. Not a bad scoring performance. The defense let me down a little bit. Had a couple of draws where I just didn't close out the matches. But I'm back in Division 1, and I'm so happy about that, because last week's episode, it hurt me to put that out. and to show you guys that I didn't perform that well. But in order to be a true YouTuber and really show your audience everything, I think you got to be transparent with everyone. So I got to make sure that even though Manchester City didn't work out that well for me, I was a little bit off, my A game wasn't there, I wanted to showcase that. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at MikeSo9USA. Got a lot more content coming for you ASAP.